Hey, welcome back. Um, so I watched the Sunday news cycle, the talk shows like Meet the Press and the one with Chris Wallace and all the ones that, are on Sunday morning. And I noticed a pattern here. This Dr. Fauci, and, he gets on there. This guy's a deep state operative. I mean, he's a career employee of the government, which makes him a bureaucrat. Um, and he makes a statement that, to me, kind of backfires. I don't know if it's almost like, why make the statement? So he says that if we would have implemented mitigation factors earlier, would have saved lives. Well, wait a minute. We were following the CDC, the WHO, and their recommendations, and then they they tell us these are the things we need to do to mitigate this. Way back in the beginning of March. Now the administration was making steps back in January. Like I searched it. I mean, if anybody can prove that they were saying something in January, I mean, the CDC, um, the one pertaining to the United States of America, if you can find that, please post it, because I didn't see anything. Now, the only thing I did see was that the current administration, President Trump administration, put a travel ban on China early, and there was nothing from the WHO or the CDC about mitigating factors, and there was no models. The only models that were going on at the time were the ones that they put out to kind of make people afraid that if this was to get to one point to another, this is what it would look like. And those models were shown to be wrong. So I wouldn't actually think that he would get on TV and saying that if we would have done mitigation earlier, then there would have been less deaths or less illness, when your models that you guys were pushing in the beginning have proven to be wrong. I'm just saying, this is a virus. And again, there's no boss to it. And there's no one pulling its strings. There's no one paying it to do this. It's going to do what it's going to do. They're finding out stuff all the time. It's on your shoes. It stays on packaging. It lives in poop. It lives in farts. I mean, like, they're pulling these things out of every day, and this is all fear. And this guy's going on talking about mitigation earlier. Now, if we're still finding out how this thing is transmitted, what mitigations would have made a difference? They didn't even know then what they know today. So you could have had any mitigation. So this is what, and then everybody eats it up. The media eats it up. The sheep eat it up. Like, yeah, look, Trump should have done this if he would have done. It wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have made a difference, because even today they're still finding out that this thing can live on so many different surfaces and be in the air. Now it travels 14 feet. Before it was 6. Now it's 14. Tomorrow it'll be 20. So what mitigation factors can you do, you could have done back then, and you're still finding out stuff today. Wouldn't have made a difference. So it's kind of playing the political game, and what gets me a little hyper about it is that why are we playing the political game when you guys are supposed to be scientists, doctors? You're not supposed to be politicians. You're not supposed to be bureaucrats. You're supposed to work on the science.